Hey everybody, welcome back to Retro Rescue / Adventures Bound. I know I haven't been on here for a while. A lot of things are going on, but I promised you all a very big trip in my last video, and I'm going to announce this trip today. But first I want to recognize the 500 plus subscribers I got. Thank you for helping me reach that milestone of 500 subscribers. I have a lot of people that watch, but a lot of people that aren't subscribed. So remember, if you like this kind of content and you definitely want to see what is going to happen after this video here, like, share, and subscribe. Big announcement, guys. This is a trip that I've been wanting to take my whole life. Now, if you've gone back and watched my previous videos of my 30-day trip across the country back in November, I had taken 30 days off, had 34 stops. We went to Graceland, we went to the Alamo, we went to Yellowstone, we went to Tombstone, we went to the Grand Canyon, all the way up into Banff, Canada. I put 8,100 miles on the truck in 31 days. Now, this trip here is big. We're headed to the Arctic Ocean. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to work, and when I get off of work, I'm going to start my trek headed north. This is going to be a 17 to 18 day trip. It's 7 days there, 7 days back, and I'm going to stay there on the Arctic Ocean beach. It's not really a beach, it's just a bunch of rocks, for 2 nights. I'm going to take you all with me. I can't wait for you all to be with me. I'm going to show you here the truck, my setup. Yes, I'm driving. It is 4,500 miles one way, estimated about $2,500 in fuel, and who knows what else. But I am so excited to be going on this trip. I told you all it was big. A lot of people tell me I'm crazy. You're driving to the Arctic Ocean. Yeah, I'm going to drive to the Arctic Ocean. We are heading for the Dempster Highway. Now, I have thought about going over to the Alaska side and taking the Dalton, but I hear the road's not as good as the Dempster, and apparently the Dempster is more of a beautiful road to drive. So guys, I'm really excited to take you with me. I'm going to go ahead and show you the truck, the rig, which I call the Carolina Condo. But again, guys, thank you for being here. I can't wait to take you with me. Here it is, day 2 on my journey to the Dempster Highway. That's right, crazy enough, I'm driving to the Arctic Ocean. And I done told you, if you follow my channel, this is going to be a big trip. We got about 4,500 miles to go. I've already put down maybe 500, close to 600 miles. I'm in Tennessee. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend. I can't wait to get there, guys. I'm taking y'all with me. Dempster Highway, Arctic Ocean. Crazy American? Yeah, we can do it. Well, upon getting on the Alaskan Highway, I finally made it to, I'm not sure what river this is. It could be the Ohio River for all I know. Mississippi, I don't know. But I'm somewhere in British Columbia with a pretty gnarly campsite, man. Look at that. Right on the water. Well, I'm gonna get some sleep. It's been a very eventful day. It is back home, 12:46 in the morning, and you can still see how light it is here. But I'm 3 hours, I think I'm 3 hours behind. I think so, it's like 8:30 maybe here, but I'm exhausted. I put a lot of miles down today, man. Tomorrow, by this time, I should be at the Dempster Highway. Glad you're all with me. Good night, guys. Now, I have not mentioned yet the truck. Now, I was supposed to post the truck and show you what I've done to it when I was getting ready to leave, but I got busy and had things to do and was finished packing up, but I figured I'd take you along the truck right now. As you can see, we have a 4-man or 2-man tent up top, which I'm going to gracefully sleep in tonight, which is much needed. The truck is also installed with 2 solar panels with 3,000 watt inverter with a homemade shower tube that holds, I think it's got 8 gallons of water in it. Pretty cool. Made that out of PCV pipe. I have my generator, I have fuel, I have extra gas, I have a spare, I have plenty of windshield repair kits. Now, as you saw in the other videos where I posted with the hail damage that I received when I first crossed over the border, I ended up getting the windshield replaced, which was much needed. But as you can see, there's still damage on the hood from that hail. Now, I cannot give this truck credit enough. It made it all the way here without an issue. I am so looking forward to tomorrow getting back on the road and reaching the Dempster Highway and traveling that road. I think I'd take the old girl out for a stroll since we're cooped up in that truck all day. Definitely stretch my own legs. I put almost over 3,000 miles on my truck. That's a lot of ass time sitting. So I figured let B stretch her legs, I'll stretch my legs, go back to the campsite, climb up top in the Carolina condo and get some sleep. But I figured I'd take you all with me on a little stroll. I'll tell you, I never thought I would ever make it up here. I've always dreamed of coming up here. I've seen it on TV. I've seen plenty of YouTube videos of people making this trip up the Dempster Highway, and I never thought I'd be able to make it myself. So I'm very blessed to be here right now. Well, I can honestly say it's been a long journey, and I had finally made it to the Alaskan Highway right there. This is the start to the Dempster. It's been close to over 3,000 miles, almost 4,000 miles journey. The truck has done amazing. B has done amazing, and I can't wait to share the rest of the experience with everybody. But we made it, folks. We made it to the Alaskan Highway. Now we're on to the Dempster. Now you got to add this on your Dempster Highway trip or any Alaska trip. You got to stop at the Signpost Forest. Man, check this out, guys. Years and years of people coming in here and putting signs of memorabilia of where they're from. So we got to add to it ourselves. It's pretty cool to see this on the Alaskan Highway. I've seen it on TV. I've seen it on other YouTube channels and YouTube shows, but never thought I'd actually be here. Let's go find a spot to put our Adventures Bound sticker on. Canton, look at that. I think I found a spot right here at the top. Adventures Bound. Signpost Forest. Pretty cool. I was here. All right, let's keep going. It's been one hell of a journey. Zero cell service for hundreds and hundreds of miles. Still on the Alaskan Highway onto the Dempster Highway, but we did reach the Yukon. So, man, this is an incredible ride, guys. We're almost there. Well, I figure I'd give you a shot of the look at the campsite. Got us a campfire, got us the lake, stoop, and we got Bee. Been checking her periodically for fleas and ticks. She's doing pretty good. I sprayed her. She's all right. Yeah. Got my shower set up. Got the bed set up. Got the tent set up. Couldn't ask for a better site. Right off the beaten path. Got everything I need. All my gear. I even got my bug spray or bear spray. Well, I have no idea if this is legal or not in the Yukon. But at this campsite or fishing hole I'm at, it's not even a campsite, it's just a road I pulled off on the dirt road. We're not yet quite yet to the Dempster. Got another 15, 16 hours to go. But I know the one person that'd be most impressed is my dad. I hated fishing as a kid. I didn't see the point of it just sitting there and sitting on your ass and throwing it out. Now I noticed the piece in it. Seen a few beaver in here. Yep, don't catch anything. It's ramen noodles again. And Cheez-Its. Maybe my dad will send me some good luck. Anywho's, made it down here over 3,000 miles without a problem. Just got into the Yukon and started having electrical issues. Ended up losing my charging system. I lost power steering. Nothing's charging. Power windows ain't working. Nothing's working in the truck. But the truck is running. I am moving. Made it into a town. I shut the truck off just to see what would happen because I wasn't in town. And the truck wouldn't start. Got a jump, truck started, so I know I had a charging issue. Ended up driving some more, only to find out my stability kicked in, my power steering went off again, and man, I'm a good mechanic, but I didn't plan for this one. Pulled into another town, got gas, truck started acting up, wouldn't start again. Then I had this stranger, this complete stranger here in the Yukon. Never knew the guy, never met the guy, pulled up and asked what was wrong. I told him I have a battery issue, I have a voltage issue. Battery was only pushing out 11 volts, which I thought was the alternator. Turns out I have a bad ground on my battery, and the terminal on my battery is broken. So the guy ended up letting me keep his battery charger until I come back through and I can replace it or give it back to him, because I do have my generator and I can charge my battery with the generator when it dies with the battery charger he loaned me. And he also went to his home and gave me another brand new battery. So I do have 2 batteries. So right now we are just cooking on batteries alone, man. B is good, everything else is good. Very smoky right now, as you can see. Very smoky. And did I mention I'm driving with no power steering in this truck? Alright guys, I'll check back in with you soon. Well, we're here. Dempster Highway, 4,500 miles. It didn't go without problems. The truck is a wreck. I got plenty of food, plenty of water, plenty of fuel, plenty of everything I need. We're just gonna wing it. We're gonna make it down here. We're gonna get to the end. Me and B are gonna be dipping our hooves into the Arctic Ocean. So this trip isn't over yet, although my truck is beaten and battered, but we're gonna make it. We're gonna go. All right, guys, let's get this on. Crossing over the bridge to the start of the Dempster Highway. Next stop, Arctic Ocean. Well, first impressions of the Dempster Highway. It's not for the faint of heart. Now, I've seen a lot of videos on YouTube of the people making the drive, having flat tires, cracked windshields. So far, the road's been pretty decent. Little washboard here and there, real narrow in some spots. You gotta be real respectful to other people coming by, especially a lot of motorcycles. You got people on bikes. And they'll reach out and bite you if you're not paying attention. So I haven't been able to go over 45, 50 miles an hour. Truck's still giving me problems, still having electrical issues. Right now I'm just running on faith. I have an extra battery in case it dies again, but right now I'm driving until I reach my destination for a campsite, because I got a feeling if I shut this truck off it ain't going to start back up. But I do have an extra battery, I do have some propane, I do have a generator, so, and I do have a battery charger, so when I make camp tonight I can put the extra battery on charge and try to limp this thing all the way to the Arctic Ocean. I still have 2 ferries to get onto. I still have a lot of miles to go till I get to Inuvik, then on to Tuck. But so far it's been a beautiful, beautiful ride. Main mission, make it to the Arctic Ocean. I almost turned around and decided against it, but I figured I've already come 4,500 miles. I gotta do it. Anybody that knows me knows I gotta do it, and this is one hell of an adventure. And I told y'all that adventure's bound when I have an adventure. This is it. Heading to the Arctic Ocean, but so far everything is okay. I don't have windshield wipers. A couple other accessories in the truck are not working, but the truck is running strong. Just don't have a very good voltage system right now. So again, going on faith. We're going to make it. I am bound and determined to hit that Arctic Ocean. Dempster Highway update. Just pulled into Eagle Point, put $127 worth of fuel into the Carolina condo. They had a service station there and I had them check my system. My truck is not charging. Alternator is not charging the battery. If it is, it's charging very, very little. I did pick up a brand new battery back in Dawson. I do have a spare battery with the charger, with the generator, the propane. I'm charging forward. My mission is still to make the Arctic Ocean, but I need to clear something up. I see all these videos on YouTube where they talk about how beautiful and peaceful and nice the Dempster Highway is. Granted, it is a beautiful, beautiful drive. But if you are not prepared, if your vehicle is not prepared, you won't make it. There are parts of this road that are just, you can't go but coasting, maybe just idling through. There's steep hills, steep inclines, but then again, this is only to Eagle Point so far. I have not seen anything past this. I still have 2 ferries to get on. You know, I still have to go out and make it all the way to Nunavik, and then on to the Arctic, or Tuktoyaktuk, or most people call it Tuk. But as far as it goes right now, I'm going on a wing and a prayer with the truck. I'm going to push it. I'm pretty good at keeping it going, but we're going to see what happens. But it's definitely been an adventure. I'll keep you updated. Well, if you want to know what it's like to drive on a Dempster with no windshield wipers in the rain, this is what it looks like. But we definitely needed the rain. This vehicle is so covered in so much dust right now. But I'm still going, I'm still trucking. Need the rain, but it's kind of hard when you ain't got no windshield wipers. Don't try this at home. And not to mention, it's hailing right now. But I did make it to the Arctic Circle sign. As soon as this rain stops, I'm gonna get out and check it out. Me and B both. Well, the Dempster Highway gods must be looking down on me because out of nowhere, my wiper started working. So I guess there is a bright side. Things are looking up a little bit, but that's probably not going to be good on my system. But there goes a bell, so onwards and upwards to Nunavik. Just pulled up to the first ferry crossing. Got to cross the ferry to get across. Pretty damn cool, man. Pretty damn cool. This is part of the journey. 5 hours to Tuk, And I'm already moving. And it's a free service. Alright, coming up here shortly on the second ferry crossing, headed over to Inuvik. Hopping on the second ferry. On to Inuvik. Then the Tuck. Second ferry is crossed. Coming into Tuktoyaktuk. Let me tell you, it's been a journey. On to Inuvik. Then the Tuck. Second ferry is crossed. This is what I get in my hotel room at 12 o'clock at night. And the sun is still out. Baseball games. Great. Welcome to Tuktoyaktuk, or as the locals call it, Tuck. And yes, it is cold. days on the road, broken truck, broken windshield, tennis ball size hail. A lot of money later, a lot of miles. The Dempster's no joke, guys, but it's definitely worth the drive. Arctic Ocean. Now I was going to take a dip in here, but it's way too cold, as you can see. But I will stick my foot in it. Yeah, it's cold. It's very cold. Now I will tell any of you that are wanting to make this journey to the Arctic Ocean via the Dempster, come prepared. Tires, batteries, windshield repair kits, water, plenty of food. It's definitely a mission, and definitely a proud moment. I actually made it to the Arctic Ocean. To all my family, I love you guys. My guys at work, yee, we did it, guys. Bacon Bob made it to the Arctic Ocean. The Silverado got me here. I have no alternator. I am running off of 2 piggyback batteries with a generator and propane tank and a battery charger. But I made it. Now to get my butt back to Nuvik. I want to stay, but my truck is barely running, and I got 7 days to get home. It's a journey, guys. It's worth it. This is for my family. This is for my dad. It's been crazy, guys. If you're going to go to the Dempster or the Arctic Ocean, prepare. It's worth the journey. Well, here's some bonus footage for you. Pulled back into a Nuvik, and I've got an alternator. Now, I'm not going to tell you how much this alternator was, but let me tell you. Almost the cost of a child. But this is the part of traveling to the Dempster that people don't realize, is that you've got to be prepared for breakdowns. Now, in my case, my alternator is overcharging, and which sucks. Kind of complicated, not going to go into it. But we got a new one sitting right here. We're going to throw this puppy on. I'm 45 miles away from home. So this is what it's like changing an alternator in Nunavik, Canada. I did hit the Arctic Ocean today, which is pretty cool. It is pretty cold, but we got it, man. Definitely a beautiful country. Definitely a beautiful drive. Whew. Can't tell you enough how fortunate I am to be out here right now. Very fortunate to have got this, because it's Canada Day here and everything's closed. All parts stores. But I happened to pull into this one little garage here. Bunch of guys sitting around drinking a few beers on their day. Told them what was going on, what I needed. One guy says, "Yeah, I think I have one for you." Well, here we are. Probably one of the easiest things to do on these cars is changing the alternators. Now you get something to pry it up with. Not anything at all. this. There it goes. There it goes. And that's how I changed an altar on the side of the road. Now let's hope this is the problem, because according to the meter it says it's overcharging. So well, we'll find out here shortly. Now I got my generator hooked up to my charger, to my propane tank, charging the battery that I think is cooked or overcharged, but I do have an extra battery, so hopefully I'll have this thing fired up here soon. Like a boogie my ass back home. 7 days away, 4,500 miles. It's not a place you want to be when you're broke down, especially in Nubik. Up here in the Arctic, it's crazy. Good morning. Day 1, completing the Dempster. The reality of the Dempster Highway. And this is my view this morning. I'm at a campsite here in the Yukon. Not really sure what the name is. Didn't catch it. Didn't pull in here till pretty late last night. And man, you can't beat this. You can't beat this. But let me tell you, it's been one hell of a 4,500 mile drive. 7.5, 8-day trip, 9-day trip. I don't know. I lost count how many days I've been gone. But I will say the trip has been definitely trying. I left South Carolina, heading for the Dempster Highway. Main goal was the Arctic Ocean. I completed that task, but not without fail. Man, let me tell you, I've watched so many YouTube videos, probably just like this one, where they prepare you and they tell you it's beautiful, it's picturesque, it's all this stuff. Granted, it is a beautiful drive, beautiful country. You know, the Yukon, the Arctic Circle, what do they call that? Inuvik, I think it's right, Inuvik. And also Tuk, and of course the Arctic Ocean. But let me tell you, I left South Carolina. I had all my gear, spare tires, water, propane, generator. I had everything that I would think that I would need to break down on this trip. Extra belts, I mean, you name it. If you're a car guy, you know what I mean. You take everything that you think you would possibly need, especially if you're driving 9, 10, 13 hours on a road with no services or very little services. Let me tell you, there are no services. There is a garage that in Whitehorse, or I'm sorry, in Eagle Plains, there is a garage there where you can get some of your stuff worked on, but if you need parts, you're kind of screwed. Now, my experience was I made it all the way across into Saskatchewan, Canada. First night in, ran into a freak hailstorm. Now I'm telling you guys, we had hail the size of cue balls. Destroyed my hood, destroyed my truck. Didn't break my solar panels, but it destroyed my windshield. So right away, the next day, I had to go ahead and buy a brand new windshield for my truck. Couldn't drive without it. Then I started my journey to the Dempster Highway. When I got into CarMax, I noticed I lost my power steering, I lost all my power accessories, and my battery was still charging. So there was definitely something electrical wrong with my truck. I'm not sure what it was. There was a guy that stopped and asked me if I was okay, and I said, I don't know. I said, I'm not charging. I said, my battery's dead. There's no parts stores for hundreds of miles. So the guy randomly says, hey, my name's Doug. I got an extra battery at the house. I'll get you a battery. The guy brings back the battery, gives me the battery. I ended up giving him, you know, some American money, you know, which I don't think was enough for his kindness. We got the truck running, found out that it was the alternator. Nowhere in hell was I going to find an alternator out here, especially this far from home. And all I can do is push on at this point. So the guy says, you know what? I have a generator and propane. He lent me his battery charger that runs off my generator to take my trip so I can charge my battery plus the battery he gave me to make the trip to the Dempster. I got to the Dempster Highway. I mean, great guy, man. Great guy. I mean, you couldn't ask for better help. And trust. Because I told the guy, you know, on my way back through, when I get to CarMax, I will give you the battery charger back, which I will. I'm almost to CarMax now. I'm probably like 50, 60 miles from CarMax, but I will go ahead and take care of that guy. Got to the Dempster. Got to the Dempster, man. Proud moment. Very happy to be there. Still not charging, but I charged forward. Now, let me tell you, it is beautiful. It's a great feeling to make it to the Dempster. It's an even better feeling when you complete the Dempster. But like I said, if you're a car guy, you're always going to think of, am I going to break an axle? Am I going to run out of gas? Am I going to break a bus or break a brake line? Something's going to happen with the truck. You're always worried and thinking, it's going to make it. Now I'm going to tell you, the complete distance of the Dempster, I saw nothing but broken down cars all over the place. Guys with flat tires, cars on jack stands, cars that are out of gas. I came prepared, guys. I came prepared. I brought gas, propane, generator, belts, battery, you name it. I came with everything I could think of that would possibly happen on this trip, except for an alternator. And believe it or not, I almost bought one for this trip, but I figured, well, I've only got like 100,000 miles on my truck. It's running good, so I didn't get the alternator. And man, I wish I would have. But I made it to Inuvik. I made it to Inuvik, and would you know it, it's Canada Day. Nothing was open. So I got into Inuvik I think I got here on a Friday. I stayed here through the weekend. Monday, everything's closed because it's Canada Day, and I had to wait till Tuesday to get an alternator because I could not leave town. So I decided Sunday, screw it, and I charged both of my batteries and I hooked it all the way to the Arctic Ocean. Let me tell you guys, what a journey, what a trip. Seeing the Arctic Ocean, getting my truck out there, getting my body out there. It's a dream come true. It's definitely a feat. It's probably one of the craziest freaking things I've done in my life. I know my family, my friends all think I'm nuts for making that trip, but I made it, I completed it, I beat it. Again, no power steering, no accessories, no heat. It was only like 30 degrees when I got to the Arctic Ocean. It was pretty cold, so I had no heat. I wanted to jump in, go for a dip, but I couldn't do that because there's no heat in my truck. So I didn't want to freeze to death, get hypothermia. So I did not jump in the ocean, but I did dip my foot in it, and then you'll see in the video before this one that I actually did that. But came back into Inuvik. Spent one more night. The next day, it was Tuesday, went to go look for a parts store. Nothing is open. So I happened to pull into this garage that was open, and there was one guy in there. His name was Alex. Great guy, great Canadian. I said, man, I have issues with my truck. My truck is dead. Because I got to the shop, the truck shut off. I was dead, and dead in the water. I had no transportation. I said, man, I need an alternator pretty bad. And the guy had one sitting on the shelf. He proceeded to give me the alternator. I bought the alternator, and let me tell you, that alternator was $600. $600 for an alternator here for my 2015 Silverado. We put it on the truck. Truck still wasn't starting. We couldn't get it running. Then I found out there's a fuse block that's blown in my truck. So my electrical system is screwed. But I am charging. I have accessories. I have power steering. But I ended up saying, screw it. I'm hoofing it home. I'm going home. Anyways, here I am just outside of the Dempster, probably 14 hours out, and I'm at this campsite. Like I said, this is my view right here. The Dempster is awesome, guys. Now let me tell you, it will knock out your L3 and your L4. You know, there are parts of the road that are smooth, that are beautiful, and then there are parts that will literally kick your ass. You have to go probably 5 miles an hour to get through these sections. And they're probably 2 or 3, 4, 5 mile sections at a time that the road is really bad. And there's other sections where you can do 50, 60, 70, 80 miles an hour and you're great. But you don't want to do that. You don't want to push your vehicle. You want to enjoy the trip and enjoy the view. And like you've seen in my video there, it's so beautiful out here. But it's unforgiving. It will bite you. The Dempster will bite you. Don't come out here thinking you're going to pack up everything and just go. I've seen guys out here with fifth wheels, with trailers, with campers, you know, in Volkswagens trying to make this trip, and they're all broken down or they're having some kind of issue. You got to remember, it's 400 some miles of nothing. You have one town. You have one town that has limited access to anything that you need in case you were to break down. But I made it. I made the journey. So I'm going to tell you, this is what you're going to have to take. If you want to take the Dempster Highway, water, plenty of water, an extra 5 gallons of fuel. Just take it in case you break down and you need to sit and idle. A generator, if you can hold it, oh, didn't mean to flick you off. A generator would be nice to have. I got a little small generator, portable generator, that charges all my accessories, that charges my battery, that charges my cell phone, that charges my power blocks, everything else I needed. Because you gotta remember, when I lost my battery and my alternator, I lost my solar panel, so I had no power whatsoever. So water, fuel, spare, windshield repair kit, an extra belt, an extra battery if you can. I'm not saying take an alternator, but you never know, but you might need it. But always think of the unexpected that's going to happen. Plenty of food, take plenty of food, plenty of water. It's worth it, guys. It's worth it. The Dempster is beautiful. It's a great journey. It's something to accomplish to me, making it to the Arctic Ocean from South Carolina, small town kid from Charlotte, Ohio. Come on, man. How about to my hilltoppers? When you make it out to the Arctic Ocean, you're there, you feel very, very small. But I did it. I completed it. Now I'm starting my journey home. But I will say this, if you're going to take the Dempster, don't think of it lightly. Prepare. Not trying to scare anybody. There's a lot of videos out there that say, oh, it's a great thing. It is a great thing. But be prepared. Water, fuel, battery, maybe a small generator, plenty of food, anything you can think of. And if you're a car guy like me, you're always going to think, man, is my truck going to break down? Is my rig going to break down? Am I going to have some issues here? Well, you know what? It's not a bad thing to over prepare. I'd rather over prepare and have too much than not need it later down the road. Dempster Highway, guys. Come on. The Yukon. You don't get better than this. This was a once in a lifetime journey for me. I am proud that I took it. I feel good that I made it. Now I still have 5-6 days home. I still have the whole journey home. The truck is running great. I'm going to take you back here in a minute and show you what it looks like and what the Dempster will do to your vehicle. Now this part of the video I'm going to call Dempster Carnage. Let me tell you, the Dempster definitely kicked my ass and it kicked the truck's ass. This is what your vehicle will look like. I don't care what anybody says. You can polish it and we have the nicest rig out there, but this is a result of the Dempster Highway. Lots and lots of mud, lots and lots of dirt. Boom, baby. Lots of dirt. And there's B, my co-pilot. She made the journey with me. You've seen her in my pictures. Now, like I said, I have a generator, as you see, with propane. This is the charger that the guy let me borrow. Oh, and by the way, just so y'all know, anyone that has seen my videos knows that the back of this truck is pretty much mint and clean. This is the dust. This is what happens on the Dempster Highway. All this dust, nothing but dust. It's so thick. So this whole area of my truck is screwed. There's my extra battery that I got from that guy. Here's the battery charger they lent me. Plenty of water. But this is unusable. This is totally unusable. Thank God I had my tent that I've been sleeping in, which was perfect. And again, like I said, I have 2 power boxes here that I use my generator with my propane to charge. Right here. As you can see, I'm charging my boxes right now as we go because I still have 6-7 days home and a few more nights sitting at campgrounds like this where, you know, I don't have power. But I have plenty of water, I have my coffee. But yeah, this is it. This is the truck. This is what the Dempster will do to your vehicle. I don't know if you can see all these dents in my hood, but that's from that nasty hail that I got in Saskatchewan. Of course, I got a new windshield. Now, surprisingly, my windshield did not get cracked on this trip. I got one little chip. You can't even see it, but it's way down here below the wiper. But no big deal because I paid $300 for this windshield, and I can get this windshield replaced for $100 on my way back through if I get cracked again. If not, I'll come back to Canada for another windshield for $100. Sweet deal, hey? But yeah, this is it, guys. This is what the Dempster will do to your vehicle. Now, there was a light down here at one time. I don't know what happened to it. It fell off. It came disconnected. As you see, the wires are just sitting here hanging. Very, very, very bumpy ride. But again, like I said, Don't be afraid to over prepare. Battery, water, propane, little generator if you could do it, plenty of food, definitely extra gas, extra spares, anything that you can think of you're going to need in case you break down. Now there are people that will stop by and ask you if you're okay, if you need help, and sometimes if you need fuel, they'll give you fuel. If you need a jump, they'll give you a jump. But if you get something majorly wrong with your vehicle, you're pretty much done. So this video isn't being put out to scare people. It's to let people know just to be prepared. You know, it is a great journey, it is a great trip, it is a great road, it's a great milestone, but come prepared. I ran into a bunch of issues. Like I said, my truck broke down, but I made it, you know. But yeah, this is what the Dempster Highway does to your vehicle. But don't be afraid, guys. Get off your ass. See this country, see your country. Do something with yourself, you know what I mean? It's a great trip. If you want to tackle the journey to go in the Dempster, go in the Arctic Ocean, go for it, man. If people think you're crazy, who cares they think you're crazy? Live your life. All right, guys, thank you for watching. I have no idea what my next trip's going to be, where I'm going to go. Retro Rescue is still with automotive and the cars that I'm working on, which I will be picking up another flip here shortly. But I have not yet decided my next journey, but there will be another journey coming soon on this channel, and I'm taking you all with me. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this video helped you. I hope it educated you. I hope it humbled you into thinking, you know, what you're about to do if you're deciding to go to Dempster. But man, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend. And again, I gotta mention, I'm over that 500 follower mark, and I'm so proud of all my followers and my new followers. Tell a friend, guys, tell a friend. But until next time, guys, thank you for watching Retro Rescue / Adventures Bound. This is Bob from the Dempster Highway, actually from the Yukon that completed the Dempster. We got it done, guys. See you next time.